Hello, thank you for coming to my weekly installment for the Friends and Family Testnet. In this video, I'm going to be updating you guys on what's going on in the Friends and Family Testnet, answering your questions, and then also going over some of the news in the Cardano ecosystem. So what we're going to be going over today is the new Cardano Blockchain Explorer, the status update from the developers, and then the fact that IOHK is now working on a microchip that will allow offline transactions between two people, which is really cool. I'm going to show you guys this Desmos A0 pledge influence. It's kind of like a graph. I was going to say calculator, but no, it's definitely just a graph. And then I'm going to show you guys a video from about pledge, which is pretty cool. And then I'm going to show you guys some tweets from Charles, and then the new exercises that came out. And then also, I mentioned to you guys last week, I said, either comment down on this video below some questions that you would like to be answered next week, or comment on my Twitter, and then I'll answer those questions in the video. I only got one person to do that, but if you guys want to do that for next week, feel free to do so. If you guys think it's stupid, then don't, and I just won't answer any of the questions if I don't get any. But some of the questions I'm going to answer is, what do I think of the Friends and Family Testnet so far? Have I noticed anything game-breaking? What is the value that pledge is set at currently? Has it been changed? Is creating a stake pool hard? Is it easier or harder to build a stake pool in the ITN versus the HTN? But before we jump into that, if you guys would like to delegate to my pool, pay ADA in the ITN, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get some ADA for my pledge. I'm not sure how I'll do so far on my pledge, so it would really help me out. Or you guys can donate to my ADA or my Cash App or my BAT. I would really appreciate the support. So the first thing we're going to look at today is the Cardano Blockchain Explorer. This just came out, and then what I'm actually going to do is look up one of my addresses to see what it looks like when you actually look at an address. But I mean, this is pretty nice. I mean, I'd like to hear what you guys have to think. I'll zoom in a little bit for you. But I mean, in my opinion, it looks really good. I like it a lot. I like that they have the epochs front and center, and then the slots, and then it shows the start time and the end time. That's pretty cool. It's interesting that it shows the output as well. But we'll go ahead and look at this address. So yeah, this is, did it not search it? Search. Yep, this is the wallet. So this is the wallet I use for your guys' donations, and also if anyone wants to like pay me for contracting work or anything, I just use this address. So that's why there's a little bit of money in there. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simplistic. It's minimalist, and it has the Cardano colors that I really like. I like this new blue color that they're kind of adding in, or light blue. But yeah, that's the new Cardano Blockchain Explorer. If you guys want to check this out, I'm going to have all these links down in the description below. And then I also wanted to bring this up again, as I don't hear anybody talk about it. They're doing these weekly development reports. I think they're really cool. I think you guys should really take a look at this. In my last video, I took some time and read over some of what they did. But if you guys are interested in it, just feel free. I'll have this link down below. One thing I thought was cool was it's just little stuff like this that some people like to know about. And it's like they fixed high CPU usage on Mac OS systems. And then like just kind of what they're doing on the Haskell testnet, how the different teams are working together. And then also it's cool to read about just the Marlowe project and what they're doing there and how that's coming along. But yep, I would check that out if I were you guys. So now on to something that's really, really cool. Cardano is working on a microchip that would give crypto a cash-like experience. So I'm going to go and read some of these quotes through here. And really what I've noticed is that there's unfortunately no market standard right now for open source trusted hardware that's sufficiently powered or sufficiently powerful that it could be used with cryptocurrency, but also could be used with a supply chain. And this is from Charles Hoskinson, of course. And then I'm going to go ahead and skip this quote. It's just about how this can be used for like limited edition goods, and how it can just be tied to a hash. And you could still be able to do that offline. And I'm going to explain how you guys can actually do this, like how it will actually work. Because my thought process is, I don't know if most of you probably know this, but cryptocurrency works by people listening. I mean, you have peers watching what you're doing. So if I send a transaction to Bob, I have, just say 1,000 people that all watch that and then also verify the transaction at the same time. So your first thought reading this article is, how will that happen? But I'm going to explain that after I read these quotes. Sorry for getting a little sidetracked. I'm a little ADHD sometimes. The whole point of Bitcoin was to go from cash to something that's like cash online. But what if you want to go in the opposite direction? What if you wanted to go from a native currency or native cryptocurrency to something that has a cash-like user experience? It's very difficult to do without a hardware component. So when you look at that, you say, okay, 98% are mostly offline and not banked or digital. So I was building a money system. So if I was building a money system for them, it would be probably a bad idea to say, oh, you have to use an always online, purely digital currency. You need some other thing. And so that's why, so how do I replicate the cash money experience but still have the blockchain backend? Well, what you do is you create a hierarchy where those 2% basically become like micro banks, and then they can manage the assurance of these tokens to people, and then their local phones or infrastructure can verify. So if you can do that, you can basically just tap phones locally with no internet connection to each other and move value, like you will with a $20 bill from one actor to another, and you've replicated the cash-like experience. Now, what's nice about the blockchains or about the solution is that it's infinitely scalable because these transactions actually don't occur on the blockchain. So from a blockchain perspective, nothing has actually happened. So how does that work? I mean, it's a pretty cool idea, and it took me a second. Like, how would that work? So say you have a wallet with $1,000 in ADA, and you are in somewhere without an internet connection, and you want to trade goods and services. So we'll say you're getting a pizza for $20 or $11. Pizza Day was recently. So you're getting a transaction for $11. What you would do with this chip is you would create a separate wallet with the private keys in there, and then you would send the $20 to that, and then the chip would transfer the private keys to the other chip on the other phone, and then they would have to make sure that those private keys were deleted off of your phone. And that kind of solves the whole, what are you going to do if peers aren't listening to verify this? That's how they solve that, is just simply from that. And then you wouldn't be able to send the money over there. It would be some sort of smart contract where you would do it and it would take the money out without actually sending it. That's just the basic rundown of how it would work. And then I also want to show you guys this Desmos Cardano A0 pledge influence. It just, there it goes. I just thought this was pretty cool. When I was taking calculus in college, I used Desmos a lot. So it was cool just to see someone pump this formula in there and then allow you to type in different values, like different K values and whatnot. But, I mean, if we have K at 100, it'll show you pretty nice. But yep, I just thought that was pretty cool. And then a video that you must check out is the Cardano Pledge Rewards and Network Security with Kevin, Lars, and Duncan. It's from the Cardano Effect. It came out earlier. I think it was on Friday, actually. But what's really cool is I think YouTube might have just added this, or I've been missing out on it. But you can actually, so if you don't have enough time to listen to the whole thing, or if you know some things, like if you know what is pledged, you don't have to listen to this. It'll actually show you when you hover over it, like what's going on in the video, the effects of changing how do you find A0 and K, just some cool stuff here. I thought I would show you guys this. I'm going to be making more videos about pledge, but if you guys want to watch my pledge videos and understand what I'm talking about, I would like this to be the minimum that people, because I want to talk about these points in a technical way, So it would be really cool if you guys watch this video and tell me what you think. But I want to share that with you guys in case you missed it. But you probably didn't. So then a couple weeks, this was about a week ago, Vitalik said, is there any other project other than EOS that has had actual thought and leadership that you like, perhaps Tezos? And then Charles retweeted that and said, love you too, V. And then I said, why does he hate us? And then Charles actually replied to that and said, it's the forbidden word. And there's an update on this. The reason I'm even showing this is because Vitalik actually said, oh, I hereby acknowledge Cardano. And that, to me, that seemed like a lot of people were happy about it, but to me, like, it just seemed, I don't know. It just seemed to have some underlying meaning for it. I thought it was cool at first, and then Charles said, I hereby acknowledge Ethereum. And it was cute. It was a nice little cutesy thing that they had together. And then Vitalik, of course, ruined it by saying, I hereby acknowledge Ziliqua. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I've never heard of that cryptocurrency before. But it was pretty cool at first, but then I thought we had something special. Of course, I just want to show you guys that, because he does never mention a Cardano on his Twitter. And then now on to the Friends and Family Testnet. What has been going on? So they added 2 new exercises since my last video. Exercise 4. And what you do in exercise 4 is you'll be setting up staking keys and delegate some stake to an existing pool. So just one of the other pioneers, you're going to just delegate ADA to them, and they just run you through that. And then the exercise 5 is the one that we've all been waiting for. In the fourth exercise, we learned how to delegate to an existing pool. In this exercise, we will register and run our own pool. So this is when you can finally get your node up and running, and you can start creating blocks. And then I thought I had it pulled up, but I wanted to see if I had any questions. He said, so Ada Cardano in R1 said, how is everything going? Is IOHK updating you guys enough? Are all plans shared with you guys? No, not all. I mean, the plans about the Friends and Family Testnet is shared with us, and they share some information, but there's no secrecy going on here. There's no, we're going to make A not this to screw over the. There's nothing going on. There's no secrecy. There's no nothing. They're pretty transparent with us. They share with us anything that we need to know. It's not like on a need to know basis, but I mean, they're pretty open if we ask questions about particular things, and they're willing to discuss with us. So I mean, in a way, yeah, they are sharing their plans with us, but they're not. Any plans that they share with us, I'm going to share with you guys as my viewers, and I really like that transparency. I don't like keeping things from anyone. And that's their idea. It wasn't mine. So credit to them for that. But that was the only question I got. If you guys would like to ask more questions, I do like interacting with the viewers. I was thinking about maybe doing like a live stream, because like especially these videos, I don't know. I was thinking about doing a live stream. Let me know what you guys think of a live stream below. I might have like a test one on like a Friday or something. I just think it's fun. I think it's for whatever reason I would enjoy that. And I see Rick Digital Fortress do them. So. And then I asked my own questions that I wanted to talk about with you guys today. So what do I think of the Friends and Family Testnet? Like I said in the last video, I think it's really cool. It's a really good experience to me. I really enjoy making videos about it, and I really enjoy the opportunity, and I'm grateful for it. So far, everything's going pretty good. But I do want... This is going to sound kind of cryptic in a way. But I'm not saying anything bad. I'm not saying this from the experience I've had so far. But I wanted to bring up the fact that since, like I just said, exercise 5 is when the stake pools are actually coming out, and this is where we're going to be able to start minting blocks and stuff. I just want to say that this could be when we, and I haven't yet, but it is going to be the next couple of days when we start bringing in these new pioneers, because tomorrow we're bringing in the 2 more pioneers. So if we have 20, for example, we're going to have 60 total pioneers after tomorrow. And we're going to be kicking off a new meeting with IOHK with all the new pioneers. And this is when the bugs are going to start to really come out. So my worry is, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, I'm not saying this off of evidence that I've had so far, but I'm saying this based on a software perspective. And I've said this in my earlier videos, and it seems like I kind of get a little hate and a little flack for saying anything negative about Cardano. Clearly, I love Cardano. I run a stake pool, and I run a YouTube channel that I put a lot of time into with no pay about Cardano to help the community. So it's not that I don't like Cardano and spreading FUD. I'm just saying from a software perspective, this could last longer than you guys expect. I'm just throwing that in there. We could be in the place that we were in December or January with the HTN, where this Haskell testnet lasts 3 more months. And that's why I said, and I had a video on my channel, but I got insecure about it and made it private. I shouldn't have, because I got so much hate and so much flack from it, that I said that we need to have an incentivized Haskell testnet so we can test the network at scale. Because what happened in the incentivized testnet was, as soon as everyone connected to the network, as soon as wallets were released, the whole thing went awry. The stake pool started going into other chains. A lot happened, and it's because of the load on the network. And that's why I proposed in my last video that we do an incentivized Haskell testnet. Not in my last video, in the video I took down. Because it does nothing. We're still getting our rewards. We're still testing the network. But if something goes wrong, there's going to be no issue. But that's just all I wanted to say about that. I would love to hear you guys what you think. I'm not spreading FUD. I'm just saying be prepared for this to last a few months longer. It's not a big deal. I mean, this is meant to last forever. So, I mean, even if this is going to last 20 years, what's the problem with spending 3 months with an incentivized Haskell testnet to make sure the network can take the load? Just an idea. I'm not saying that's what we should do, but I'm also saying that be prepared, even if there is no incentivized testnet, for this Haskell testnet to last a little bit longer than you suppose. And then also, I need you as my viewers and as a community that when the Haskell testnet wallets come out and when you can delegate to my pool, even though you're not going to be paid anything for it, you need to download the wallet. You need to delegate to my pool. This is for the community. We need to put the load on the network when we can. You know what I mean? That's the alternative to the Haskell testnet. But to me, money's what makes the world go around. It's as simple as that. That's why I said we need another incentivized testnet, because we're not going to get the load that we want without that. And people aren't going to be, I mean, stake pool operators are going to be given at the time, but not your everyday person. I mean, and lockdown's starting to be over, at least in most states. Have I noticed anything game breaking? No, I haven't. I haven't noticed anything game breaking yet. Like I said, the big bugs are going to be coming out, I think, probably tomorrow, and then the week after that, when we're adding everyone else in, everyone's creating their pools, and we're helping everyone out, and we're tackling those bears. But nothing so far. What is the value of the pledge currently? ANOT is still at 0.10, like it was in the last video. Is creating a stake pool hard? And also, is it harder in the ITN versus the Haskell testnet? I don't think it's very hard. I'm going to have a video coming out tomorrow about getting your guys' pool set up. That's going to be my next stake pool operator video. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I mean, they do pretty well. I uploaded a video on Friday, and it didn't do near as well as those videos. So it seems you guys do like these. But I'd love for feedback about these videos, about anything I do, about if I ramble too much. I'm willing to take the hits. This is a new channel. I've really started uploading and really giving it the time recently. So I'm looking for criticism. I want to change. I want to have better editing style. I want to be more concise. I want to do what the viewers would like, also what I would like at the same time. But we can get to that point. But also, like I said, I want to hear some questions from you guys, if you have any at least, because I do like to interact with the audience. I reply to a lot of your comments, but other than that, I would like to reply with my voice. But yeah, that's my updates so far. A lot happening tomorrow and a lot happening this week in the Cardano ecosystem. I love all of you. I've been doing this in my last couple of videos, so if you made it to this point, type game breaking in the comments. Every time you guys type that in the comments, it's like I love you. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty cool. I don't know, it just feels good you guys staying this long, you know. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to this week. Goodbye. Shit. Press the wrong button.